your followers, they believe that as a journalist, whatever you are giving out is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Questions, please feel free.
Because you also realize that it's also difficult for people to actually differentiate you from the organization that you work for, isn't it? Yeah. So whatever you are posting, isn't it? If you are with Zimbabwe Press, isn't it? You can't then say, but that's my personal handle, isn't it? Of course, your personal handle, but your audiences, they know you as a journalist with Zimbabwe Press. So they will just say, okay, this is from Zimbabwe Press guys, so it's correct. Or this is from ANZ guys, it is correct.
Yes, Ms. Harris.
Thank you so much. My question goes to Commissioner. Firstly, we want to thank Zimbabwe Press Discussion, which you said will make us protected from autism. But my question is, how come the TMC is giving those packets to people who are making this? For example, we go to a rally, we see the Bakabana car sharing those packets, and they're busy broadcasting, yeah, we're here supporting, and they're in those jackets. So people are looking and think, those Chinese are supporting this particular movement. So that's my question. What is the criteria giving out this packets? How come everybody who's not a Chinese seems to be every
My name is tied to so we should start with the two supposed.
Okay. Tied to what she said, there's an issue with the journalists who have tended to be political activists, especially in the Midlands. I'm sorry to mention this. You find someone who is aspiring to have a political office for a certain political party who owns a newspaper, and that person is wearing a ZFC jacket at a political party or a certain party. After that, he goes back to prison writing stories about the occasion. Do you think that guy is going to be fair in his coverage? So I want to find out what are you doing as a ZFC trying to address this situation?
Thank you very much for the two questions. I think, you know, a human being is a human being. It's difficult sometimes to predict what people will do. You come to the agency, you register as a journalist. You come with a letter of support from whoever you are working for, and then we give you accreditation. We give you that press jacket. And then when you later on abuse it, I mean, honestly, you put the TMC in a very tight corner, because there are many people whom we have accredited, whom we accredit as journalists, by the way. And those people will be having, all the requisite requirements. We give them those jackets. And then later on, they turn out to be, political activists and whatever. It's difficult for us as ZMC to say we are cancelling your accreditation or whatever. It's a very difficult thing. That puts us in a very tight, spot. But we want to believe, if you are an ethical and professional journalist, you wouldn't do that. But like I say, human beings are difficult to predict sometimes. And it also goes to source, ascension. You want to be a politician and live with the newsroom, but you become bored. How does ZMC really come in there? It's an issue of sticking to ethics, right, and being professional. But yes, we know that there are some journalists some are even candidates right now, but they came to ZMC for accreditation, and they were accredited as journalists. So ZMC should now follow them, and you say, bring back our jacket in whatever. I think it is possibly the job of some of these professional organizations, Zood and whatever, to then say, look, follow some of their members and tell them that, look, this is totally wrong, whatever you are doing, because we want to say, if you want to be a politician, remove the press jacket. Because the next time that same person does something, political, and then they get, probably into skirmishes and things like that. Their next safety corner is to say, I'm a journalist, I was attacked. Haven't we seen that? This is where it leads to. So people must, be professional and remember the ethics of being a journalist. You have to be impartial, you have to, But now if already you are wearing your jacket and the next thing you are breaking your newsroom is you who is editing stories and whatever, surely what kind of things are you giving out? I think some of these things put us in a very tight, position. But like I said, it's human beings, human nature. We need to think of the profession, the journalism profession. I also want to say a word or two about what Limukani said about what we do on social media. Some of us are also active on social media, but we have learned to say, look, I have to be professional. Which I want to portray, right? So if I portray something very negative and I start, arguing and fighting with people on the social media, because some people will deliberately even provoke you, wanting to hear what you say. You just need to be a mature somebody to say, look, I am a journalist. My followers know me as a journalist, and they take my word. If I post something, they will take it for the truth, even if maybe it's misinformation. So one needs to be very, very careful. I met one guy from Uganda. He was saying, I'm not on social media. He was one of the trainers brought by Zwitch. He says, I'm not on any social media platform because of that. I'm scared to say, people provoke you, people find ways of trying to get you to say some things, which then they will hold against you, even against the organizations which you are working for. Yet you would say those things probably unknowingly, and then people now start associating you with all those things. So I think, again, you just need to be very, very careful on social media. Because I know Limukani, how will I differentiate Limukani and Sunday News with the Limukani, the footballer? Are you seeing now? So we need to just be careful about that.
Thank you. I hope you have been answered. Yes, look, your hand is up.
No, I have to answer.
You have been answered as well. Okay.
Yes, just a suggestion. Is ZMC, we have made organizations like this, VMCZ. Why don't you, like when you are accrediting journalists, liaise with the VMCZ, MISA, like what you are doing now? We are meeting a journalist and you really know that you are meeting real journalists. Why don't you do the same when you are doing the accreditation? Because when we are doing accreditation, we actually meet some people who are not journalists getting those press cards. It's real. Because some of the guys that we meet, some even threaten us if we try to why don't you associate with VMCZ and MISA membership? Those are the real journalists that you find in MISA, you find in VMCZ. Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I think it's also, worth noting that as ZMC, like I said, some of these things put us in a very tight corner, but the issue of working with these other organizations, journalism is a profession. Right now, I want to tell you that Limukani spoke about, keyboard, the warriors and whatever. They are journalists according to whatever they are doing. Konyeti under Basto TV, she's a journalist to something. So are you seeing where we need to be, to look at the issue of who is a journalist, who qualifies to get that card? I want to inform you that we are seized with that. And we need to find each other to say, look, I gave the example of saying, no one can wake up today and say, I'm going to represent you in court, I'm a lawyer. I'm a citizen lawyer, by the way. Is there a citizen lawyer who can just go to court and say, I know I'm going to stand for this person as a lawyer because I'm a citizen lawyer? But you find there are citizen journalists right now. So we need to be you know, we are walking a very thin line to say we need to professionalize the profession so that people respect you as a journalist. But right now, I'm afraid we are getting every Jack and Jill turning out to say, I'm a journalist. We are engaging in VMCZ, we engage Zoot, we engage MISA. I'm sure if we find each other, then we come up with, you know, I was talking to Phil, a code of ethics, something which can be binding to everyone. Because right now, I'm telling you, there are a lot of these pledges being signed by journalists, media houses to say we pledge to ABCD. I think if we find each other and that along those, you know, lines, we will be able to say we are only accrediting people whom we know have come through these, you know, institutions or bodies. And I tell you, we can weed out a lot of those people. But now, to do that, we can also face a lot of opposition from some other quarters. I don't want to mention organizations, but there are people who will tell you that we are also journalists because our profession involves information and things like that. But I think we need to find each other and say, who is a journalist working with this, you know, what is MISA, Zoot, VMCZ, we verify a lot of these things and then we know we have a genuine, the Law Society has put a register. Doctors, they have a register where you really verify to say you qualify or you don't qualify. So at the end, as journalists, I think we should be looking at probably going along that route in the future. As Zimbabwe, I think we can do that so that we get back the respect we deserve as, you know, a profession.
Thank you. Yes, Chuma.
Okay. Thank you for this opportunity. Mine is not a question, but it is a comment, especially looking at the professionalization of journalism. I think one of the presenters said journalism is a noble profession. But if you look at how journalism is treated or is viewed in Zimbabwe, then one begins to wonder how noble it is. Journalism is one of the most undermined professions. We are treated as bots. Even, I think it starts from the authorities. Our authorities, the powers that they have no respect for journalism. You find that sometimes you are called, it's the function, someone just read the speech, and then you are said, don't ask questions. And then you are wondering what kind of journalism, because journalism is about asking questions. You come to me with your speech, you read, they say you don't ask questions, or you say a certain media house has to ask questions, and then you wonder what kind of journalism is that. But if you go across the border, South Africa, you find that Ramaphosa is being taken to task by journalists from different media houses, whether state or what, explaining things. But here is just something else. I think it has to start a talk there where we fix things. Because we find that for me here, say I want to interview the president or whosoever is talked there, it could be a struggle. But for someone, maybe BBC is easily facilitated. Maybe Voice of America is easily facilitated. And then you wonder who is important, the national journalist who is here or the international journalist. Here we are undermined. Recently we saw some people touring all over, from Victoria Falls, Harare, this is that, State House, this is that, but we have never been to State House that to interact with the authorities and so forth. So journalism is in this, I don't know what kind of position can I describe. It is undermined. We are both as we are. It's not respected.
That's quite a speech.
Yes, I agree with Fundis to a certain extent. I think we've brought this on ourselves. Whichever way we are treated by the society, the politicians and all, it's all because of our conduct. We don't put value on our profession.
even the way we appear, a place somebody is asking how, you go to an event looking like you have been picked from a dustbin and told to go to an event. You know, the way you look really matters. Impression matters. They call impression, the first impression. If a person looks at you, will they give you their time? Will they, wait and here you are? It is very unfortunate, but the way you look also has a bearing on how people treat you. And this is how it is in society. You get into a church, you look rickraff. The pastor will not come to your house to pray for your kids when you call him in the middle of the night because of the way you look. So let's also stop looking like we've been picked from a dustbin. Let's also stop when we get to events, eat like we don't have food at our houses. Let's also not phone our sources in asking for beer. There is more to our profession than beer. So as much as people treat us wrongly, we have got something to do with the way we are treated. If you are a professional, you get to a place, you do what you want, and you leave. People respect that. And other professions do that. They do their work and go home. We do our work and want to hobnob with those that we are working with and tell them, and you think that person can tell you, can respect you and treat you as an equal. No. So as journalists, let's fix our house. Let's fix the way we move around in the bars. Buy your own beer. Get into a bar. They say, hey, can I buy you a beer? I said, no, today I'm okay. I'm buying my, can I buy you a beer? Actually, not Kungowa pay me.
Practical.
I got kicked in there. When I was putting on a suit, trying to be the president, there was probably BBC, CNN, putting on a suit as a state media journalist, in the lecture, looking my best. Then the guy who kicked me is the guy who used to come to my office to read newspaper day. You see, these things happen. So it was dressing himself.
Yeah. It depends where you come from.
Yeah, Paramitaris is at the local scene. I think my colleagues from the independent side can confirm. But my politicians are in government. They prefer working with independent journalists. This is one of the shadows. That's a fact. So journalists are respect and control everyone. When I don't control, I will respect. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, also, if you look at ZANU-PF rallies, I've seen some of my colleagues from ZPC. They just carry that mic with the ZPC check. They can easily maneuver.
Exactly.
No one asks them.
Yes.
But they have to learn what you want to do.
Plus, ZPC is more respected than by politicians. So those are things that we have to deal with. It's another way. Yes, your hand was up.
Some of the things that you said, I wanted to agree with my colleague. For instance, it's surprising how foreign directors can ask what even now, even for these elections next week, we see much better treatment of our foreign counterparts than us locals. Because we wonder why government pay such journalists to come and tour this country. Why could they just pinpoint this from local media houses, even freelancers, and say, we want you to see that the story is the second department, do this and that. Not to pay other journalists, what about us? And it's very hard to look at in this country. Right now, they should be jostling to come into Zimbabwe houses, wanting to be interviewed, even Nagapa, whether it's MISA or whoever. They should be jostling to ask the houses, not for us to beg. Yes, of course, we are conscious, we respect them, we are humble, we talk to them on the phone. But the way they treat you, maybe it's not a mistake. comment about dressing. It's time that media houses or even the employers pay people. They should pay us better. I think that's the best thing. Or make it provide funding allowance. I know the so if people understand pay us better. Whatever necessary, I expensive dress, yes, I dress all these.